Miami, Florida, August 1992. A massacre at a crowded restaurant leaves 4 dead, 18 wounded. The gunmen are Jamaican gangsters.
Since 1986, we estimate over 4,500 deaths attributed to Jamaican violent crimes.
London, November 1993. The funeral of community policeman Patrick Dunn, shot dead in Clapham by Yardie drug dealers.
Their recourse to violence is much quicker than any other group, certainly that I've known, and the overtness of it is quite staggering.
Kingston, Jamaica, the home of the Yardies. Assignment examines why the ghettos of Kingston have produced international drug dealers feared by the police on both sides of the Atlantic.
And the thing they like to do is shower their victims with bullets.
Maypen Cemetery in Kingston, the capital of Jamaica. Here lie the gunmen, the hustlers, the drug dealers, the exploiters and the exploited. Many of those buried here never made it to the age of 35. Even the biggest of all are brought down to earth. And no one was more powerful than Jim Brown, the original Yardie. He was overlord of a community which became the crucible for a new breed of drug dealers. Under his control in the 1980s, the Yardie was born. This is the close-knit world of Tivoli Gardens in West Kingston. Drug dealers from Tivoli are found in London, New York or Miami, but they never sever their links with home, which they call their yard. Tivoli was Jim Brown's yard. Here he was revered.
Jim Brown was a community leader in our area. He was loved by everybody, old, middle-aged, young, everybody.
Jim Brown bankrolled Tivoli. Much of his wealth came from crack dealing in the United States. His gang, the Shower Posse, led the Jamaican assault on the US drugs market. Some of his riches came back to Tivoli and helped fund community projects.
Old people, they would come and hug him, kiss him. I know people love him off real because the person he is. Because the person he is. Always trying to help someone, say something to them, word of encouragement, saying to the kids, talking to the kids, telling them that they must try to achieve a better tomorrow because, you know, they have to go to school and things. He's a principled person. Believes in a lot of principle.
Jim Brown came to Miami in 1984 to see what was going on with his Shower Posse and their drug dealing activities. And while he was here, in November that year, he walked into a house and executed 5 people. He walked around each one of them and shot them in the head with a .45. Jim Brown is a bad, bad man.
When he was arrested at the request of the Americans, he faced charges of murder, drug trafficking, extortion. From prison, he fought a legal battle against extradition. He lost the fight, but he never stood trial in an American court. It was said that too many powerful people would have been implicated if he had. Jim Brown was burned to death in his cell. Officially accident, more likely murder. Edward Seaga, the former Jamaican Prime Minister and Jim Brown's patron, led a funeral procession of 35,000 people. Tivoli is Seaga's constituency, and Jim Brown had brought in the votes. His drugs gang had established the Yardie connection in the United States and Britain, but in Jamaica he remained a hero.
Look at the man in terms of how the community respects and treats him as a protector of their community. Thank you. In
1980, Seaga's love affair with the electorate was consummated when he won power for the Jamaica Labour Party, the JLP. The United States government liked his right-wing stance and channeled support through the CIA. The money was used to buy guns, which were distributed to party activists in the ghettos. On the other side of the divide was Michael Manley, leader of the left-wing People's National Party, the PNP. Manley, too, had his power bases in the ghetto. And the fervour of the support for the two parties created the biggest ideological gulf in Jamaica's history. It was a time when the Cold War was being fought in the Caribbean. Cuban guns and money were behind the PNP. During the 1980 election, Kingston erupted in an orgy of violence. At least 800 people were killed as the parties battled for votes. Of the gunmen who survived, many have since become yardies. Tivoli's world is still polarized. Every aspect of life is touched by political division.
Kill him! Kill him, blood clot! Kill him!
And as ever, Edward Siaga is present to express solidarity with the home side. These are his people, body and soul. The manager of the Tivoli team is known universally by his street name, Popcorn. He's an activist for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Anyway, everything all right, I go down the line.
To Tivoli folk, he's a community protector, like Jim Brown. In the 70s, Popcorn was a JLP gun runner.
Sometimes life in the ghetto here, no work, nothing, you know. No work, nothing, because if a PMP or a JLP, if him not cut him up, him shot him. And at the same thing, two sides. If me well a PMP, I mean, was well, and if me do me, I go damage me, I go damage him. Selection will come on, and the side out the street start fire. We have to fire back. Because we're not bored, man. You see? So you see, that side they have gun, that side they have gun. We buy gun them still. That man me try with my little gun, you know. And anyway, me I go me carry it, man, because me's a labor right, you know. Me's a figure out that to the PMP, so them shoot me. Yeah, my enemy are the PMP them, because them don't know what is good. All them know if you do is stay out the street and rob people, shoot innocent people.
A victory for Tivoli, yet another excuse for gunfire. In the ghetto, the legacy of the politician is the M16.
Trust them.